All right. What is up? Good morning. We have us another day of surprises and probably boringness and everything else that we've had. So, SPY is still holding right above those levels today. Could get a crash. Right now, let's see, where's AYTU? Okay. Oh, we have some different things going on at the moment. But what's up, Daniel B? Good morning. I actually added 200 shares to my HTBX swing, and I should have been patient because I added them back here. Kind of looking at this, thought this was going to be a bull flag. It kind of was. It got a little pop, but not as much as a pop as I thought it was. And then it's just been kind of dropping off since then. But it does have a trend line, and the trend line's way back down here. So I just jumped the gun. I thought with that bull flag we were going to get more of a continuation. So it is what it is. I think it's okay for now, though. I mean, we got the let's see. We got the 9 at 60 cents. And then there's some support there at 60 cents as well. Or actually, no, it's the 200 is right there also. I get confused because this other red line, but this other red line's a different line. So yeah, both the 209 are right there at 60 cents, so it should have pretty strong support. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. AYTU is on a nice trend line over the last 2 days, although it cracked a little bit there, but popped right back up so far. They haven't put out a press release yet. FLGT. Nice. So they've got a test. They have a test going on, it looks like, for the coronavirus. Alrighty then. So that's a nice, pretty much straight up run there. I think a lot of these guys are going to get some attention today. Now, if you guys don't know, if you didn't see the news headline, FDA is stepping aside, and if any companies have tests, if the states allow them, they can go ahead and put them out. MBRX. Okay. So at any point in time, AYTU could come out and say they're ready to start dropping things. Let's see, what do they got going on? Signs agreement with UTMB. What is UTMB, I wonder? So, I mean, they got an agreement. See, what does gap up from 32 cents all the way up to, all the way up to $1.10. That's a pretty big gap. At 70. I kind of like it, honestly. It's not bad. I'll two things. I would You do have resistance at 75 cents. That's pretty tough resistance. That's why it's pulled back. Your support, however, you have some at 60 cents. 60, 55, 50, 52. So you have a lot of support under it. But my worry is if you get in now, WTRH is going up later. If you get in now and it doesn't break 75 cents, it could pull back to those 60-cent levels and you could probably get a good entry. But if it breaks over 75, it's probably going to keep moving. So I don't know really what to tell you right at this second. You just want to watch it real close until you kind of know if it's going to get that 75-cent break or not. Because, I mean, you could enter here. But, like I said, if it doesn't break 75, you could get a lot better entry. Maybe at 60 cents or 55 cents. So it's really kind of hard to say right at this second. So Wader nice all the way up to $1.08. Storm called this one yesterday. She's in Wader, so she's probably doing pretty decent with this right now. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see, it looks like you got, let's see if I can get this to draw. There we go. You got a trend line on Wader. So, I mean, Wader could come back down to the trend line. It has cracked $1. See, where's HTBX at? At 64, so it's trying to break back above that 65-cent resistance. That's what this line is here, is at 65-cent resistance. So if it could get back above that, that would be pretty good. AYTU still just slowly climbing this stupid trend line. Actually, it's a little below the trend line again. With the FDA stepping aside, I really expected a press release from ATYU saying that their tests are going to be sold in Colorado at least right off the bat. But nothing yet. And of course, they dropped a press release yesterday at 11. My thoughts is maybe they're waiting to see if the market's going to crash and get halted because they don't want to kill momentum off. That would be pretty smart, I think, to wait this first 30 minutes out before they put that press release out. So, got a lot of stocks going green right now. Okay, good. HTBX is trying to get right back above there. Good. Let's see. What was mRNA is one we need to look at. mRNA, I can't even remember the press release. Oh yeah, you can see mRNA has been on a nice little tear. And mRNA probably is going to keep going on a nice little tear. Because they're already human testing. Or trying to human test. See, did HTPX come out with a press release? Wall Street set for recovery after virus-induced precipitation. I don't know about that. And that sounds a little crazy. Who's claiming that? Okay, so they just mean that the market's up a little bit. It was up a little bit. It might not be very soon because it's getting back down to these levels. It's getting real close to the sketchy time bomb level. Coming down pretty nice. Okay, so that's that. Sorry about that. That was a crazy sneeze that came out of nowhere. Caught me off guard. All right. So, HTBX not holding up that 65 cents. Actually, couldn't get back over it. So this may pull back down to the 200 day here, maybe even this little trend line. Thank you. What's up, One Life? Good morning. Yeah, mRNH I think is they're really working on the vaccine for real. Ah. Coronavirus press. What are you saying? Coronavirus pressure or coronavirus press release? Coronavirus. I can't talk. Coronavirus. Coronavirus. Yeah, we're getting real close to the sketchy level. We're right at the sketchy level on the SPY. And they're talking about that press release says the market's. Okay, that seems a lot more better. Chart Pro says expects 15% more downside. That sounds more likely than that the market is recovering. That first press release was a lot of nonsense. Where's my boy AYTU at? Right there, 171. Apron is moving. That's what I said. If we don't go into a national lockdown, we just go into the kind of lockdown we are now. Ooh, look at here, and the SPY is actually cracking a little bit. Are we gonna crack? Are we gonna get a halt here? We're gonna get a whole market halt, or is this gonna, let's see? It needs to drop below about 239 for the big drop. They may fight around these areas for a little bit, but this is like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th time it's tested this support. This support is coming down. This support is cracking, and this may be the one. This may be the crack for it to really start its downfall. But still got a little bit more that it needs to drop if it's going to do it. So, testing that support once again. We'll see what happens with that. No, trying to bounce one more time, huh? Trying to stay alive. SPY's trying to stay right where it's at. And GMPX, I said yesterday when this was down at like 150, it's like that'd be a pretty good swing trade. And you can see in pre-market it was up to 178, so this definitely would have been a decent little swing. Getting in around back here around 150. See, VXRT, that's another one I said would be a pretty good swing that I was keeping an eye on. And that one's all the way up to $1.50. So there is money to be made in this market right now. As crazy as this market is. Hey, watch you actually having a pullback, so I'm gonna go. Let's see. Let me think. Do I want to keep this trend line? Now I'm going to take his trend line off. It looks like it's going to try to ride the 200 basically at this point. Let's see, how's Grubhub doing? Grubhub's actually sold off so far. Oh, SPY jumped back up a couple points. You can keep an eye on it. Check Blue. Let's see how Blue Apron is actually doing. Oh, you have Blue Apron, man. Wow. That's a good swing. That was a good swing. Nice move up. It doubled in price from yesterday, so that's a pretty good move. The TVIX up to 6 something. And you can also just throw this straight on a trend line. This is how easy this play is right now. Right now it's definitely up too high, but you know, you could possibly look if it's I was about to say if it's doji stars right here, you could look for a reversal, and $5 would probably be a decent entry on this. Invex. That would have been another good little possible maneuver swing there as it got really low. Let's see where it was all the way down 680 yesterday and up to 865 now. So there's definitely plenty of possible swings and things like that. VWAP at on this. Big buyers just came in on MBRX at 69 cents. There's actually some volume in the market today. This is kind of nice to see that there's stocks actually moving. Little mixed here. AYTU is it's just waiting on that one press release. Like I said, they dropped that press release yesterday at 11, so I could see them dropping another one at 11 today, just trying to wait out to see if the market's going to crash or not, because they don't want momentum to go away from this stock. And it's actually testing the 200 day here. Should have plenty of support at 150 on AYTU though. I may look to add later if it comes down more. Oh, HTBX, yep, there we go. So I said HTBX might drop down to this 200 and this trend line. So it has dropped down. A little sell-off from its little... Yeah, that's okay though. That's a fine sell-off. See, HTBX was in a downtrend, and now it is in an uptrend. So while it did get a little pop and it sold off, it's still on an uptrend, so I'm okay with holding it. APD, nothing there. What? Come on. Whoa, what did I just do? I just deleted something off my watch list. Not sure what it was. And it was HTBX. There we go. See, or let's see what we got here. MBRX came right up to 75 cents. It does have potential to get a break here. Unless it starts selling off, but if 70 cents holds up as support and it starts testing 75, looks like it already tested a little bit. Could see MBRX rip. Oh, that SPY's back down here again. Ooh, yeah, I don't think the SPY is gonna hold up this time. It's getting real close to cracking 239. And we start seeing 238, 237, you're going to start seeing some selling probably. And then if it cracks that, we're probably going to drop a decent amount. I like the pattern on MBRX so far, though. This is a nice U shape here. But it did get held up at 75 cents twice. So it still needs to look for that break. Oh, SPY just hit 238. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we start selling off pretty hard here. The low is 237.36. Oh, and we're getting real close to that low. We're getting real close. Oh boy, here it comes. It didn't hit that low. Wow, that was really close. So it hit 237.66. So it was 30 cents away from hitting that low and making a new low. Wow. SPY is trying to hold up with everything it's got. Ooh, AYTU all the way back down to 150. 158. 157. Oh, I actually dropped to 152. That's alright. MBRX, so that 75 cents was too much for it to break, so it's definitely not going to break right now. It may have to U-shape around or something. Let's see, we put waiter back on the list so I can see it. Where's it at? WTRH. Let's see. So yeah, it's basically still running just because their revenue doubled. That's basically the deal with that. It's a little scary to touch this right now. I mean, we are on a trend line. But it is kind of floating out here in the middle. See if we'll keep an eye on it, see if that trend line holds up. And BNTX gapped up again all the way up to 70. What is ELOX? No, okay, nothing there. NTGN, this is moving, not sure why. Codex coming down a little bit. Just looking to see if there's anything else popping up. There's Blue Apron. SNDE. What's the magic line saying? Well, the magic line is saying if we drop below this 237 mark, we'll probably be seeing 200 very soon. Maybe this week. That's what the magic lines are saying to me. There's definitely a lot of selling pressure on the SPY. So I think it may be dropping to a new low very, very soon. Let's see if we're gonna hit that new low. Ooh, real close. Oh yeah, it did make a new low. 237.11. See, we're going to get below 237 and we're going to hit 236. Nope, came right back up. But investors seeing it hit that new low, that's got to be scary for them. I can't imagine them wanting to buy the SPY right this second or buy any stocks with the market hitting a new low. Well, it's trying to hold up though. At least for now, for a second. See an old TVIX up to 650. Very nice. Very nice. New high on TVIX. Very, very nice. I'd like to see it over 700 today. That would make me feel a little bit of happiness and joy in these times of chaos and panic. The thought of knowing that I'm making a little bit of money off of one share. Look at Citibank. Citibank, you say? I don't know what Citibank's ticker symbol is. Is it Citi? No, that's Canterbury Consulting. It's Citigroups Inc. It's just a C? Okay, I was right then. I got it. Got it. Yeah, this is a nice drop on Citi. Let's see, how often is their dividend? Let's see, 19, this is quarterly, it looks like. Yeah, so they have a quarterly dividend of 50 cents. I like that. That's a $2 dividend. That's a nice dividend in a year. And it's down to 40. Yeah. I like this one, Daniel B. This is a pretty good call, I think. I would definitely, I'd wait. If the SPY gets down to that 200 area, we could see us probably down to 20 bucks. And, yeah, I mean, it gets down to 20 bucks, you got to steal, because, I mean, you get $2 annually on a $20 stock. That's a 10% dividend yield. So that'd be a pretty good place to get in for sure. Yeah, I definitely like that. Matter of fact, I'm going to add it to my list. I'm working on a video. I've been getting requests to do a video about some stocks to be potentially looking to buy. Of course, Tesla, is obvious, but I'm not going to just say Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple and Amazon, because that's too easy. And plus, Apple and Amazon, they're going to do what they're going to do, but I think you can get some better values. Like, instead of buying one share of Amazon in this dip, I would rather buy that same amount of shares of Citibank here and get this $2 dividend every year. Let's take a look. Let's see how long. I'm sure they've been paying this dividend probably pretty consistently, I would think. Say on a 5-year. Yeah, I mean, they've been paying it for at least 5 years, so. Let's see. It has went up. 5 years ago, it was like a 16-cent dividend. So, I mean, coming out of this recession or whatever, you probably won't be getting $2 dividend. I would expect more back here, like this 5 cents and maybe 10 cents. And if the economy crashes too hard, they might stop paying a dividend for that time being. But still, like I said, getting in this at $20, it's going to rebound, and they'll start those 50-cent dividends again quarterly, and you can do pretty good with that. I like that one. That's a good one. What was the other one you said? How are we doing right now on everything? AYTU 160. Okay. I learn something all the time. I ain't afraid to admit it. I'm always wanting to learn. But yeah, I do like Citi a lot, and I have a couple accounts with Citi too. So. And what was the other one you said? Yeah, Citi's 50% discount now, but I mean, I'm telling you, if the SPY keeps dropping like it looks like it's going to, you probably get it for 20. Macy's, okay. I'll be honest with you. I mean, Macy's, you can see they've paid a consistent dividend, and I believe that this looks like it's quarterly too. 913. Yeah, so this is quarterly as well, and they're paying about what? They're paying about $1.60. Woo! Is that right? 12, 12, 19. Not yeah. Yeah, so they're paying about $1.60 per dividend, and this guy's down to 623 right now. That's my that's what I was about to say. One Life said retail is garbage. It is. Macy's is very cheap, and they are paying a very nice dividend for the price they're at. I mean, right now $6 with a $2 what I say $1.60 dividend. That's pretty crazy, but before the crash, Macy's has been on this super downtrend because retail Amazon has destroyed retails and malls and stuff like that. So it would make me nervous to buy anything like Macy's. I do like the dividend and the price, but I don't like the downtrend. City at least has somewhat of an uptrend, and it's a bank. Banks aren't going anywhere, but Macy's, man, I haven't seen. Yeah, I bet J.C. Penney's is cheap. JC JC Penney's has been going out of business. I know Macy's has been holding in there, but it would make me real nervous. Because Macy's has got to get through this recession right now. I mean, they were already down. I'm sure their sales have dropped over the past couple of years since Amazon. And, they might not even. A lot of these retail stores like Macy's and JCPenney's, they may not make it out of this recession because nobody's going there right now and buying clothes. Everybody's buying toilet paper and alcohol and guns. So. Oh, just for the rebound? Yeah, I mean you could get a rebound on this. I do like this dividend. If they had any potential to stay open, like some type of online delivery service or something for their clothes, then maybe. But I don't know. Amazon just kills everybody else when it comes to retail. It's hard to deal with Amazon. Only person I've seen really, the only retail I've seen that has been able to stay alive against Amazon and actually grow as a company is Best Buy. And it is actually one I'm keeping an eye on because Best Buy pays a dividend as well. But you can see Best Buy has been on an uptrend. And Best Buy's been on an uptrend. It really hasn't dropped too terribly much. I mean, it's dropped from 91 to 50 something dollars, which is pretty big drop, but compared to some other stocks, it's not that big of a drop. But their dividend has been increasing over the past 5 years, and I just think Best Buy. I like Best Buy. I like to go to Best Buy when I'm buying stocks. I like to buy stocks that, as far as long holds, I like to buy ones that I'm interested in, and some days I'll just go to Best Buy and walk around just because I like it in there. I just like to look at all the stuff. I like all the tech. So I think Best Buy, if it comes down to like 40 or 35, that could be a good one. Pretty solid one. And like I said, they've been one of the few retail companies to actually compete with Amazon, stay alive, but not only stay alive, continue to grow. So I like me some Best Buy. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do the video today. I've got a list and I'm still going through it. I'm still adding stocks and taking stocks off of the list of what I think is gonna be some good value buys. I think Budweiser might end up being a good one because they pay a pretty decent dividend, or they were the past 5 years. But they're gonna, with everybody buying all the alcohol right now, they're gonna have pretty good first quarter earnings. So I think that'll show a little strength in those companies. AYTU all the way down to $1.50. Look at you. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do that video. Oops, let's see. I'm gonna do that video today. I think I'm gonna try to, but like I said, it's a big list that I'm trying to go through. But you don't want to. I would not touch. I wouldn't buy any of these yet, though. We're not out of this. We're not out of this downtrend, so. You can see we're still on a pretty much straight downtrend. It has leveled out a little bit here, but it's leveled out testing the bottom support at 240. So, I think we're about ready for another drop, especially with all the panic and everything starting to shut down right now. I definitely think there's another drop. I will say this. I don't think. I don't think we're gonna go into like a Great Depression or anything. I think it's gonna be a rough couple of weeks. The market's gonna drop probably quite a bit more, but I think at 200 range is probably not too bad of an area to start looking for cheap stocks. But I really don't think it's going to be like super, super terrible. I don't think it's going to be, especially because they're talking about giving everybody money. Tennessee actually just cut all rents, mortgages, and utilities for the next 2 months. So if they start doing that, if you don't have rent or a mortgage or utilities, that's quite a bit of money extra you're saving a month. And then if the government sends us all 1,000 on top of that, the 1,000, our money might not be worth a whole lot because of all the inflation, but at the same time, that might be enough to get us to float by and keep the economy from completely crashing out. But we'll see. Like I said, Tennessee's the first state I've seen do that, so I'm expecting other states to start falling in line and cutting all that stuff. Okay, HTBX is dropping on me. See, Grubhub with a nice little rebound from 34 up to 38. Nice U shape. I think we saw this yesterday. We saw a nice little U shape on Grubhub, so Grubhub could get a little rip. Thank you, Trading Effectivo. We are definitely being careful. Well, AYTU still dropping. So AYTU dropping off today. They must be wanting to wait a little bit before they release that press release. HTBX as well. Yeah, I should have waited before I added HTBX. I had a feeling, but I let FOMO get me on that, but that's okay. AYTU down to 140. What's going on? Did something come out? Why are some of these stocks, these medical stocks, starting to crash a little bit? Okay, that's great.
So Mitch O'Connell's just saying a bunch of stuff. Oh, where'd they go? Where'd they go? What time did that say? There's a White House thing at 11. Is that what it said? Where'd they go? Another. Okay, there it is. 11:30 Eastern. Okay. So that's in about an hour. So I would expect volume to probably die off in about an hour for a little bit, or maybe right before an hour of everything, because they're probably going to want to see what this press conference is about. Let's see what Grub's going to do. What are you doing, Grubhub? See, Waiter all the way up to $1.08. Another little U shape on Waiter. I think Waiter might keep on climbing here. See, MBRX starting to come back up a little bit. You can keep an eye on MBRX. If it breaks back above the VWAP and starts testing 75 cents again, it could start moving. Wish it would stop doing that. So a little bounce, but I think this is a last ditch effort on the SPY trying to hold up. You can draw a line, a trend line here, and you can see even this morning the SPY is on a downtrend still. So this might pop up a little bit, but I think it's going to come back down even lower, because this downtrend is here. I also don't. Yeah, I think so too. I also don't know possibly what that they could say today on this press release that could, or not press release, but this press conference that could change investor sentiment. I really doubt there's anything they can say. I think it's too late. I think the damage is done. I should trust my instincts and listen to myself, but I never do. GMPX up to 184 so far. With a decent little bounce. Not a lot of volume on it so far today, but it's kind of trying to start a reversal, but definitely would have been a good, quick, little easy swing trade. So the trend line did hold up on HTBX. I want to see that hold up all day. I'd like to see it keep slowly climbing all day. AYTU still dropping off right now. If AYTU comes down to 125 again, I think I will definitely add here. Yeah, definitely going to add there. Well, what's everybody doing? You guys all staying in, or are you working, hunkering down? What's everybody doing right now? Yeah, I'm swinging AYTU. I've got 200 shares of AYTU, and my entry is at 145 or 146 on AYTU. But yeah, I've been swinging AYTU for a little while now. I've been up and down on AYTU. I was up all day yesterday. I was down the day before. The day before that, I was up. I was up in pre-market this morning. But I'm just waiting for that press release. It's just one press release that it's got to be coming now at this point because uh, the Fed said they were stepping aside and letting whoever had tests do what they want. So yeah. Well, AYTU they ordered 100,000. They've got 100,000 tests ready. They've already got them manufactured and ordered. And I don't know if they actually have them in hand yet, but I mean they've got 100,000 ready. So which is not a lot, but if they get a contract from Colorado or whoever, then look at you go, Spy. Look at you try to bounce back a little bit. The Spy is kind of like a sleepy puppy right now. It's just a little sleepy puppy, and it just tries to get up and walk, but it's so sleepy it just keeps falling over and stumbling. But it keeps on getting back up for just a half second. And it's just so cute. It's like a cute little snuggly puppy that can't walk. That's what goes through my head every time I see it make a little bounce like this. It's like, oh, that's so cute. That's a cute little bounce, Spy. You really, you're really trying. And then the next day it's all right. So yeah, I kind of think right now, I don't think anything's going to happen because of this press conference being so close. Everybody's going to be watching this press conference for something to happen or for them to say something. So, I mean, we don't really have anything moving at the moment. All right, guys, give me just a couple of minutes and I'll be right
Oh well, look at that. SPY still bouncing a little bit here. They got a nice little U shape. Look at that. HTBX back over 61 cents. Or over 60 cents. That's kind of nice. AYTU back to 153. We got down to 138. What am I in? I'm on the 1 year. Oh, so it bounced right off of the 200 day. Hold on just a second. All right. Hmm. $500. What is it? Let's see. Let me go with SPY. No one is going to be contained in New York. It is illegal to quarantine a city. Says no, they will not be quarantining anywhere or anyone. All right. Well, New York guys. See, overnight repo operation. I'm not entirely sure what the repo means. I'm assuming that means they're gonna. I don't know. I honestly don't know exactly what that means. I think they're gonna try to buy. Maybe they're putting another 500 billion in the stock market again to try to hold it up here. Maybe that's a possibility. Oh, okay. They pumped it into the repo market. They're buying back treasury bills, mortgage-backed securities, and other highly liquid securities. S&D, I think S&D had a reverse stock split. Oh, or maybe not. What is going on here? No, it's definitely not a reverse stock split. Huh. Okay, interesting. We don't have anything on the time and sales or
The level 2. Is this OTC stock? Yeah, basically the government trying to, they're going to put 500 billion more, and that's what the repo is basically into the market. So I don't I don't know why they keep trying to add money in, cuz it hasn't helped yet. So it says 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, that's great. Same guy saying that he's not going to quarantine New York says they also uh, sees the peak in 45 days. So what time did I say the 11:30 is the press conference, right? Yeah, 11:30. That's what I said. It's too much going on, man. I can't like with everything going on is took like all my brain power to remember things. Not like major things, just little things. Little things I'd normally remember. I have to like stop and think for a minute and go, okay. I've took in so much information. Like last week was a mentally rough week on I think everybody. I was feeling it by Saturday. I was trying to stay out of the stock market over the weekend to try to give my brain a break. And here we are in this market. We're already two days in, and things are still kind of a lot of information coming out, a lot of different things. So it's probably going to stay like this for a while. But yeah, I don't think, and I think until this press conference is over, I don't think the market's going to, I don't think anything's going to do anything crazy at the moment. I don't think we're going to see any big rips. Oh, did this get halted? Oh, that's why I didn't see the time it sells in level 2. See right there? That was dumb. I don't know what was going on through my brain there. I just was like, oh, whatever. I didn't even think to look if it was halted. But I think basically their hedge book says it covers almost 8,000 barrels per day at $54 floor price. So I think maybe that's why. Or maybe what's Sundance Energy? I don't know. I don't know anything about this company, so I'm not sure exactly why this is ripping so hard. It is a very nice move so far. A very big move. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, One Life. You just take a couple of tokes and get your head together for this nonsense going on. GMPX. All the way up to 217. Really gotta start trusting my instincts on things. Yeah, that was VXRT. VXRT got all the way up to $2 too. Both of those would have been awesome swings. Well, it is what it is. See, Wader's still on this trend line, testing the trend line. See Grubhub going sideways at the moment. Where's the market at? 242. See, early we got some stocks that are green. That's about what you got to do to watch the news on the SPY. Need some type of self-medication to watch it. All the nonsense that comes out. So where's AYTU at? AYTU still at 150. CETV. Well, that was quite a dump off. From $3.84 down to $1.80. So that did have a nice little rebound because of how big this pullback was on this. That's a nasty drop. SPOK. Well, I will say this. At least the market is more active than it was last week. Last week it was like there was like a lot of several days where there was just nothing going on. But it's looking like some action's coming back in. There you go. You gotta FaceTime your doctor, man. So much for that physical you was excited to get. Let's see, what was that? GRIL. So this just got halted on the way down. So I don't know what's going on with this stock, but I wouldn't touch it for now. It's pretty volatile, however you want to say it. Oh, therapy. Well, therapy, you can do that over FaceTime, I think. Daniel. Oh boy. Oh yeah, no problem, Josh. I have more info for you, but you need to stop but you need to start on those steps that I told you to start on. If you start doing that now, that'll start helping your credit, and by the time you get out of this, you should out of this recession, whatever we're going into, you should be in pretty good shape. That should be enough time to get your credit going. I'm confused. I'm not sure what's going on now. Did I call you Daniel? If I called you Daniel, Josh, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, let's see. This I'm on my account. It's got some on my list. So let's take a look at some of these guys here in the tech. Some of my tech stocks. That's a nice bounce. Huh. Nice bounce on Intel. 45 up to 48. Sony. AMD with a nice bounce. AMD holding up this 200 days so far. Logitech. It's all the way down to 30. See Facebook. Woo, Facebook down to 140. What did I miss? Let's see. Oh, I got it. I got it. My bad. I got it. Okay. I didn't you got to read the comments together to get it. I get it now. I got you. Hmm. Hmm. Woo, Aurora. Aurora down to 60 cents. Now, I I'll be honest, my thoughts on Aurora have changed a little bit. I was not expecting a virus to come out of nowhere and crash the markets when I said that Aurora had a chance to rebound. At this point, I don't know if Aurora can make it through this recession on top of everything. But that being said, a lot of people are stocking up on weed, so their sales should go up quite a bit. I know several different weed dispensaries have said their sales have went up quite a bit. So that might actually help them if their sales tripled or doubled like a lot of other consumer products have. Like alcohol, I'm pretty sure it's tripled and doubled, maybe even quadrupled, according at least where my wife works, it's quadrupled. So that being said, that could save Aurora. That could be they could make enough money to get through the recession, but they were already in a bad way before this recession. So now this on top of it, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough for Aurora. I still think. I mean, they still have a lot of assets, a lot of buildings that they could sell off to survive, but I'd rather not see that happen on them. I don't. Aurora could be on its death end. I wouldn't touch it during this recession at all. I would wait towards the end of whatever is going to happen and see if Aurora is still, you know, above like 40 or 50 cents. But right now it's a little sketchy. Although, is this my REIT? Yeah, this is okay. Cool. Now this will be an interesting cannabis buy because this company actually is positioned, and this is actually a REIT. This is a real estate investment trust. It's a innovate. What is it? Yeah, innovative industrial properties. And what they were doing before the recession hit was buying places, buying grow operations and stuff like that, the land that it's on, and then renting it back out to the pot companies. So with this recession, there could be a lot of help that is needed for the pot companies. So I could see this being a great dip buy if the market comes down some more. This is one I definitely have an eye on. Because by the end of the recession, if they are smart, which I'm pretty sure this company is pretty smart, by the end of this recession, they could own quite a bit of grow facilities and dispensaries and stuff like that. and be written them out, they could be turning a lot of profit in 2 to 3 years after the rebound. So I like seeing this down this low because I think this will be a really good bet if you want to invest in cannabis. And they pay out a dividend. Their dividend has went up consistently. So that's a pretty good REIT in my opinion, especially if you're wanting to get into the pot stocks. Daniel B, absolutely not is Planet 13 going to go bankrupt. You are out your mind if you think Planet 13 is going to go bankrupt. You need to do some research on that company. I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, that company is the only company that I know will make it out of this recession. If marijuana sales have doubled and tripled like people are saying, then as busy as Planet 13 was before, they probably have made quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. And they were almost out of debt on their Las Vegas location, so they probably have paid their debt and probably have plenty of cash sitting now. And they were opening their second location at Disneyland. That might get held off for a little bit, but Planet 13 is not going out of business anytime soon. Let's see, Snap. The casinos are closed in Vegas. That doesn't mean the dispensaries are closed. Let me look. I'll tell you right now if Planet 13 is closed. And if it is, but they'll be fine. They've got plenty of money. Yeah, they're open right now. So but Planet 13 will be fine. I'm not worried one bit about Planet 13. Aurora, yeah. Planet 13, no. Let's see, what is the deal with Snap? What is Snap? I don't know enough about Snap just by looking at it. Is it a telecommunication stock? Is that what it is? Communication services. I mean, Snap was on an uptrend before the market crashed, so it being on an uptrend before that, it probably is not a bad buy. I wouldn't buy it now. I'd still wait. This is true. Oh, it's Snapchat. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I didn't see anything that said Snapchat anywhere. I was just looking at the. I don't pay attention to Snapchat stock, so. Yeah. How popular is Snapchat right now? I know Snapchat was pretty popular, but like with TikTok on the rise and Instagram being as hot as it's been, like I just don't know enough about Snapchat honestly, but it's one of those ones that makes me nervous, just like TikTok. I don't know if TikTok's even a public company or not, but those platforms come and go so quick. Like the only social media platforms that have really stuck around is YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Those are the only three that haven't went anywhere. But I think but Facebook owns Instagram, I think. And I'm not sure who owns Snapchat. Does anybody own Snapchat or is it its own company? I don't know. I'd have to do more research on Snapchat. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with it. But Uh, but yeah, it's one. I mean, like I said, it was on an uptrend before the market crash. So as long as it's not one that has been kind of dying off or something, then yeah, it could probably when the market finds a bottom, it could be. You think Facebook owns Snapchat? It could be. I don't know. I would do some research on it just to be safe, and make sure that it's a company that is strong rooted. Make sure it's not going to go away in a year or after this recession, because that would be my biggest concern. Is TikTok being on its rise, it could outshadow Snapchat, and then Snapchat could drop. What about if Facebook owns Snapchat? Then yeah, I'd say it'll be a good buy when it gets to its bottom. Cause then I mean it's Facebook, so it's definitely a possibility. Let me look at the 5 year on this. Yeah, see, is that when it IPO'd was 5 years ago? Is that possibly what that's saying? Let me see. See, when you're looking for these buys like this, these buying opportunities with the market down, you gotta look back on like a 10-year chart. Yeah, so it must have IPO'd at 29. So looking at that, mm, I would say I definitely would wait to buy this until it drops down to the $5 area, because even before the recession, it got all the way down to 482. Because you're buying right now, you don't most likely this is not the bottom, so you could definitely get in cheaper. That's what I would. That's what I think. I think you can definitely get in cheaper on this, but do some research. Check out their sales and revenue. Make sure they're making money and they're not in too much debt. The airlines, yeah, yeah. I'm actually in agreement with that too. I think airlines and like one of the ones I've got on my list is Carnival, but Carnival has paid a consistent dividend forever. So let's see, where's that 20-year chart? Did I still? Come on, I keep forgetting to put a year. Okay. Yeah, so they've paid a dividend since 2006. So that's 14 years straight they've paid a dividend. That's pretty solid. That means they were paying a dividend the uh, before the recession, so or before the bull run. But yeah, Carnival was all the way up at $72, and now it's down here at $12.80, and it pays a quarterly dividend. So, I mean, I think if it gets lower, like, which it could possibly get lower if the SPY keeps dropping, something I'm going to talk about in a second here, but uh, I think that's a pretty good buying opportunity, especially if it gets under $10 with the consistent dividends that it's paid. Casinos, yeah, I mean, casinos too could be another one. But here's the thing with the travel stocks like this and the casino stocks, they're both luxury. They're not needs. Nobody needs to go to a casino. Nobody needs to go on a cruise. So if we're in a recession, you got to think how long until after the recession are people going to have money to go on do these things. So that's what you got to look at. Like if we're in a recession for a year, Carnival and those casinos and stuff, they may not rebound for another 2 or 3 years. So, but something I've been thinking of, I'm thinking about this morning is, what if this is the bottom? We've hit 240 area one time, two times, several times through here, but 5 times total at least we've hit this 240 area, and it's held up. And it held up back here on this little drop, and it's holding up so far. Now, I still think we have quite a ways to go down. I think 200 is the bottom. But at the same time, we have to ask the question, what if 240 is the bottom? What if we're wrong? What if this panic was too much? And what if it actually is 240? Now, you don't want to get caught up in a bull trap, but you really want to keep an eye on things, because I do think it is very possible that if like they come out tomorrow and say everything was blown out of proportion, it's not as bad as it was, you know. I'm in agreement with you, Daniel. I'm not changing my stance. I still think we're going down to 200 at least. I think 200 is where I would really start thinking that would be a good spot. But like I've said, it's bounced several times, but it's testing that support, so most likely it's going to crack. It's still obviously in a downtrend. I mean, it's clearly in a downtrend. But I'm just saying, if we keep seeing that 240 area hold up over and over again, like through this whole week, like if we don't crack 240 this week, that would surprise me. I think we should be down to like 220 by the end of the week, maybe even to that 200 by the end of the week. But I'm just saying, I don't want to rule out that possibility. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to rule out the possibility and then, you know, I'm sitting here going, oh man, all those discount deals that we missed because we didn't consider the possibility that maybe this is the bottom. That's all I'm saying. I think we should just consider, you know, watching this very closely at these levels to make sure that it is not the bottom. But I don't think it is. I really don't. I'm not saying that I do at all. I'm just saying I think it's a possibility to consider. Okay? I think so too. I think 240 is going. Like, I really do. I'm not, you know, I'm not backing out of that at all. I definitely do think we're still coming down. But the fact that it's held up this far is why I'm saying, you know, maybe in like a crazy 1 out of 10 chance that this could be the bottom. I just want to keep, I don't want to be close-minded and just say it's definitely going to 200. I want to keep all possibilities open. That's all I'm saying. Just simply because it has bounced. It's held up all through here. You know, we've not seen it hold up since this crash started. We've not seen it hold up anywhere. Very few support lines have actually held for more than a day. But yeah. That was just a thought I was just thinking about. And I just wanted to discuss it. So don't kill me, Daniel B. It's okay. I still agree with you. I still think 200, maybe even lower, but I definitely think we'll see 200. But on the off chance that I'm wrong, I want to be aware. I want to be aware and ready. So at this point, let's see, that that press release is going to, or not press, I keep saying press release, that press conference is going to start here in about 30 minutes, well, 26 minutes. So, I mean, nothing's really doing anything at the moment. TVIX is still on its little rebound, but it's got the 200 right here at 246. So most likely 246 is going to hold up. It actually did break above this downtrend line here, so no, I know. I'm very aware. I'm very aware of what could happen. Like I said, I don't think this is that big of a drop, but like I said, I've not changed my stance. I still think we've got ways to go down. I'm just saying, just keeping that option open, just that thought. But yeah, the SPY probably get held up here. Yeah, I know. I would have covered. I know that's what I'm saying. I haven't covered my TVIX position yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm not covering it either. I'm just saying it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Maybe that could happen, but I mean, you can see here, we're still on a downtrend until it gets back over 260. We're definitely going down. But yeah, I think with that press conference coming out, it's probably gonna be a little quiet for a little bit. So I think we'll end the stream here, and we'll pick back up probably. APND was. Come on. Yeah, APND. What do you mean you can't find the symbol? You have news on the symbol. Did I do something? What is going on right now? What is that about? APND. Is it APDN? You mean APDN, right? You guys have to mean, okay. All right. It's like I can't, there's not saying it's not fine. Okay. APDN doesn't have a lot of volume today. What am I looking at? What am I seeing here? I know this is a stock that has something to do with the coronavirus. I'm not sure what their product is. Yeah, Uber and Grub and Apron, I'd watch all of them. I would definitely watch all of them. I don't think those are bad swings either. But ATDN, what is it? I can't remember what their thing is. Do they have anything to do with the coronavirus? Okay, so APDN. They're partnering with, looks like Taki Biotech. And they're already testing on animals. And that was March 2nd. So, yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that this stock could see some more hype. You do have the 9 at 362 and then the 50 at 407. It's not a bad. Let me put it on the 10-day, 30-minute chart. So yeah, it's been dropping off, but you're kind of starting to get a little bit of an uptrend on this. So I would say your best entry is probably back on the trend line around $3 if you're looking to swing this. As far as a day trade, I don't know how much it's gonna get today. But if you're looking for a big rip on this, you're basically waiting for another press release, like I am with AYTU and HTBX, because the stocks that are really, when they get the decent moves, it's because of these of a press release. So I do like how it's U-shaping on the daily chart, the 1 year daily chart here. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad if you're already in it, or if you're going to get in it at 3. You know, I definitely could see it up to 4 without a press release. Maybe the next couple of days, maybe even by Monday, up to 4. But right here is going to be a really strong area, that $4 area. So, I have no idea when the press release is going to be. I have no idea. Nobody knows that. If we knew when press releases were going to come out on stocks, then we'd all be millionaires. There's like, it's a possibility they can never come out with a press release again about the coronavirus, or tomorrow they could come out and say that their animal testing was successful with their vaccine, and that would skyrocket the stock probably. But I mean, there's no telling when that could come out. Or are you talking about the press conference? I don't know. So yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't gotten a Facebook group, go join the Facebook group. But yeah, I think press conference. Yeah, press conference will be out here and it'll be on in like 20 more minutes. So that's why I'm going to end the stream so I can go watch that and eat some lunch, and we'll probably come back and start the stream up again here in a little while, maybe at Power Hour. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this conference and see what the old Trumpster has to say today. So yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. If you guys are going to be around later, make sure you're in the Facebook group so you can know when I'm going to live stream. If you don't have notifications on YouTube turned on, just go Facebook group, search Framework Fortune Day Trading, and you can hop in there. And there's all kinds of posts and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll be back later, at some point today, to see what happens for the rest of the day. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day if I don't see you later.